she was easily able to pick up the chords, she was easily able to make music, she was able to bring in a lot of changes, a lot of different amazing magics with keyboard. All these magical moments happen definitely because of you.
You have been very creative. She is able to play it the moment you say it.
Kudos to you and your team.
We have multiple options, multiple ways of playing same chords. Okay, got pattern.
It only goes to show the level of confidence you had in your method of teaching. கருத்தது மேகம் தலமுடிதானோ இழுத்தது என்ன பூவிழிதானோ எழுப்பு நாசி பத்தி பேசி பேசி தீராது உன் பாட்டுக்காரன் பாட்டு ஒன்று விட்டு போகாது செண்பகமே செண்பகமே தென்கொதிகை What a great composition by Ilayaraja with so many chord progressions. I think if I'm not mistaken, 12 to 13 chords in line in the Charanam is unbelievable. It's amazing that she could do that in the first 6 months of learning.
3 months.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's even more, amazing that she could get that confidence. It only goes to show the level of confidence you had in your method of teaching to a person who is new. And you gave us the confidence that this can be done as a cover.
We initially reached out to you, Vasant, I'm sure if I remember right, during January 1st, 2021, where we were all locked down literally inside the house, not knowing what to do during the COVID season. And apparently learning something new online, is something we never knew or we never experienced, right? It's, even though in music classes or any classes for that matter, we ensure children are taken to the classrooms in person and the interaction with their gurus. So online was a completely new method for us, and to be honest, I didn't have much confidence, or maybe my ignorance, to highlight here. We weren't aware that the effectiveness of such learning method. But to my surprise, it was a cakewalk for Aditi, rather I should say, under your guidance, that she was easily able to pick up the chords, she was easily able to make music, she was able to bring in a lot of changes, a lot of different amazing magics with keyboard. All these magical moments happen definitely because of you. Not just on learning the keys, right? You also inculcated a great personality development in her. I'm sure many parents would agree to that. She learned how to smile, how to present herself for any video covers. And in fact, her voice tone changed completely. I know what she was when she was learning pure Carnatic music, and I know how her voice has transformed after learning keys. She has molded herself so well. In fact, there is so much seen in her recent video covers, what we are doing. And also I've heard feedback from most of her teachers saying that did we even do any voice surgery on the vocal cord or any voice culture, which we did not do. It is the learning, the encouragement, the confidence, and the tips that you give her during the classroom sessions, that she was able to mold herself, and she completely transformed her voice from what she was like 2 years before and what she is now. It's a great transformation. It gives an overall 360-degree transformation on a child with respect to music and as well as their personality. And the second point what I wanted to really highlight here is the group classes what we go through, right? Generally group classes, within the small amount of time, like 1 hour or half an hour that we have, it doesn't really bring in so much of attention on each of the children, right? Because the attention span that you have is going to be distributed across. But I see there is a mutual learning here. There is a mutual inspiration that each of the children take from, the other counterparts on the call. Aditi gets inspired by another student who's there, who does something really good, and the other person gets inspired by Aditi. This mutual coordination also brings a good amount of learning.
Icing on the cake on group classes is, I still remember Nanpade when she wanted to do, she couldn't get that bit which is there in the first initial portion. But when she saw another small boy doing it very well, she immediately got inspired, and I still remember immediately, even before the class was over, she practiced and got it right. So that's the power of getting inspired through group classes, Vasan. So
Absolutely.
you have been very creative. The way you were actually trying to, in fact, bring out the synergy between classical understanding and the Western thing, right? The way you teach, way you make them understand, and simplifying, right, in a way to make kids understand is very creative. I don't think I have seen anybody doing it. Generally, people take years together to even teach a song like this, right? Who would have thought Shenbagame kind of a song is possible within the first 3 months, right? And that too, exactly knowing what a diminished to seventh to whatever complicated chord structure is, she is able to play it the moment you say it.
Kudos to you and your team. I'm sure this method of learning is so good, and the children are really benefited. And I don't have, thanks is not an easy word to show our gratitude. And I think the way Aditi learns and she presents herself would be a bit of gratitude that we can show to you.